see. Let's try it and see what happens. My guess is it's gonna be hard, but from what I've learned, the best way to win as Harold is get some friends. Hello everyone, I wanted to do a follow-up to my video on simulating the invasion of England 50 times. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out here. What we'll be covering in this video is the best strategy I've come up with after observing this scenario so many times. We will first start with Harold Hardrada, King of Norway. Of the two invaders, I feel like he has the hardest task just because he has a smaller army and it is separated from the start. So the first thing you'll want to do is pull your event units from northern England to your lands in Scotland, preventing the slaughter of Stamford Bridge again. Next, you'll want to look for allies to help bolster your forces. This will be one of my suggestions for all three of our strategies. In this situation, I married a son to one of the Swedish king's children and a daughter to the French king. Once that was done, it was a cakewalk to capture the English throne. Just siege down a couple of the provinces and win some battles and the crown will be yours. Once you take the crown, you'll most likely still need to defeat William of Normandy unless somehow Godwin was able to beat him prior to you taking the throne. All you'll need to do is beat his army in the field 1, maybe 2 times until you'll have a positive war score, and then you'll be able to white piece him. I would suggest delving out all the new territory you got before taking on William, because then you won't suffer the domain limit penalty when raising your new levies. Next, we'll talk about Godwin's strategy. For Godwin, all you have to do is white piece both of the invaders. The best way I've seen it done is when you focus on one of them and leave the other to their own devices. Personally, I would suggest concentrating on Harold first, just because he's a much weaker army, and the AI usually never moves their army out of its starting position in the north of England. While focusing on one of the invaders, you should also try to gather some allies to your cause, as well as take mercenaries to increase your levy count. I went with the King of Denmark because he has so many children and he has an adjacency to Norway, making it much easier for him to start intervening in the cause. Once Norway was white-pieced, I headed south to defeat William. By now, his army had reduced in size due to sieging down several of my southern provinces. I would suggest only taking battles you know you'll win and retreating if you begin to lose. No need to take back the provinces that William has taken unless he has captured enough to make your war score over negative 50%. A couple of wins from battles and he will accept a white piece. Last but not least, William Normandy. My suggestion for William is, you guessed it, find some allies to help you. I would wait a couple months before starting the invasion so that you can rally all your allies and troops, and so that Godwin is fully committed and will be much weaker when he tries to fight you at the Battle of Hastings or whatever province you decide to fight him in the south of England. You'll need to capture several provinces to get your war score to 100%. In my playthrough, he accepted at 94, probably due to having the skill Peacemaker and the Gallantry. Then you'll just have to white piece Harold if Godwin didn't do that already. Final review of all three strategies. Just get allies, makes everything easier. There are plenty to pick from in the 1066 start date. For some reason, during my 50 simulation, the AI rarely ever takes allies unless they start with them, and if they did, they're much weaker than most other options. With that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this production of Do It for Bruce. My name is Kevin. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. Have a good rest of your day.